Who's the target? Naomi, the musician. Tell me more about this Naomi girl.
Professor Hughes, this is Naomi Vista.
Ah, finally. Everyone, Naomi, please make her feel very welcome.
So it's true. You are an angel. Which one are you?
I'm the bad guy.
Hello everybody, it's Sam Godfrey reporting for the EBF 2017. We're interviewing Chris Milky upon the show on September the 29th at the Motorpoint Arena. How are you, Chris?
I'm good, mate. Yeah, I'm good. Nice to have you down the gym. But yeah, good training.
Tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into boxing, and obviously what made you pursue a career as a coach in boxing?
It all started for me. I was 8-9 years old. I was under Hinckley Olympic Boxing Club, the heart of England. Went through the amateurs. I joined the British Army, and I boxed for the Army. And then when I left the Army, I moved to Nottingham and got in with Tony Harris. And I was one of them kind of fighters. I took fights last minute. I got into MMA on a 40-minute wing. I turned up at a show. You're fighting? I said, yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, no. I was just a fighting man. I was only 9 stone 7, 9 stone 8, and I just wanted to fight. So I took anything that was in the pipeline. I was known on the circuit for a lastminute.com kind of man. Ring the phone, I'll be there. And then, yeah. Well, no, I wouldn't say promotion. I was entertaining for sure, and I was tough. I was never knocked out. I did 4 amateur MMA and then 7 pro MMA. Started Booyah. The name Booyah come from my military days. We used to stand in rank, and they say, "Are you ready, boys?" We said, "Booyah." So it was like an intimidation sort of thing. Yeah, when you hear 50, 60, 100 lads shouting "Booyah," it was quite. It was goosebumps. Camp now stands at 27 strong. We got 27 fighters from novice right up to the top boys like Andy Flynn and Jack Mantell and Paul Thompson. Paul Thompson and Jack Mantell will be going pro at some point this year. So we've got a couple of things in the pipeline for Jack.
That's huge for those boys as well. Obviously, Hughes get on the pro circuit in Nottingham. It's a very competitive circuit.
Of course it is, yeah. But the lads now, we've got like the likes of Barrington Brown, comes down nearly every single week with Echo Usman, who's tipped to be, in my opinion, the next big thing. He's the next big name to come out of Nottingham, other than Cole Frotch. Yeah. You got your Lee Woods. He's doing great things in the pros. I think Nottingham as a whole is growing massive as a boxing city now.
Obviously, the audience would like to know what all your boxers collectively. What's the wins? What's the losses? What's the belts that you've won? What's the most prestigious belt that a boxer underneath you has won?
They've had 90 fights collectively, 9 losses.
That's not too bad, mate. To be honest.
Yeah, and 1 draw. So they've done well. Andy Flint is my Midlands champion. He's now fighting Paul Stevenson for the English. He's 17-0, one of the biggest hitters in the gym, if not the biggest hitter. 12.5 stone, the lad hits like an absolute bus. Anybody that steps in this tiny little ring always gets trouble with Andy. We have guest sparring. You can't tame the man. You tell him, go easy, Andy, go easy. The guy will step it up. He's got levels. Yeah. He'll step it up. And
I'm sure Andy will be ready for September the 29th, without a doubt.
He's
ready now. I hope so. Oh, here he is. Yeah. Here's the man himself. Wait for that limelight, mate. Wait for that limelight. It's coming, mate. Don't worry.
He's ready now. I don't want to say too much because he's listening, but yeah, he's ready now. The likes of Paul Thompson, who's coming through now. Andy Flint, 17-0. Jack Mantell, 7-0. Paul Thompson's 3-0. These guys are not. They're not stopping. They're not going to stop for nobody. So the likes of Sam Godfrey.
It's an interesting one. Here we go. Go on. What's your opinion, honestly?
I think he's an absolute sausage. He's a mincer. I don't like him.
Well, may as well just go in on him.
I don't like it, the way he runs business personally. But he's a decent fighter.
He's an operator in a way.
Yeah, he loves to. He's on the back foot. He's on the back end of the ring. He runs. He goes running. He runs.
He's got to put it on him from.
He loves to use that backhand jab, and Jack's got one of the strongest. In my opinion, he's got the strongest jab in the gym. Yeah, he's got the strongest jab in the gym. We're not going to ones and twos. Jack's going to put it on him. And Sam Godfrey, don't go running. Come and fight the man. Yeah, come and fight my boy. Because I tell you now, there's only one winner in that, and that's Jack Mantell. And that he is the future at EBF boxing in that weight division. Nobody at middleweight is beating Jack Mantell. We just had pro sparring yesterday. Carwin Herbert, 2-0.
Carwin's a nice guy, genuinely nice guy.
Very tidy boxer.
He'll be the co-presenter for the Motorpoint Arena show, yeah.
Carwin, very tidy boxer. Very neat.
A very smooth operator.
Yeah, he's just neat. He's not flamboyant. He's just a very tidy boxer, and he's tight. Jack caught him with a good few yesterday and held his own. Paul Thompson the same, 7 rounds yesterday, with ease. Jack's having sparring, and I'm going to put it out there. Jack had sparring with the ABA champion Macaulay Cartwright.
Yeah.
Macaulay Cartwright is 18, 19 years old. He is a very strong
GB
kid.
champion, isn't he?
No, ABA champion.
That's Amateur Boxing Association, if you don't know.
Sam Godfrey, you wouldn't spar him, and I've heard your excuses. Oh, I don't want to spar him because if he turns it up, I'm going to have to turn it up. The kid is a level.
ABA champion. There's not many much at that level higher.
Sam Godfrey didn't want to spar that kid, and I hear that the kid's this good and that good, and he sparred Corey Bowler, who's one of my fighters now. He's now sort of semi-retired. I think he's just having a breakout for a bit. But Jack was like, I'll spar him. If Sam Godfrey don't want to spar him, I'll spar him. So we went down to Langley Mill Boxing.
Good confidence booster for you, that mate.
Went down to Langley Mill Boxing Club. I'm not going to say what happened in the spar, but they all know. They all know down there, after seeing Jack Mantell spar with that kid, who was very hyped up, and he's still going to be, he's got a massive future ahead of him. But 10 rounds with that kid.
I struggle with barely 3 rounds, but 10 rounds. That's
do you know round 6 or 7? I think it was round 6, and Jack went, I'm just warming up, coach. And I just thought to myself, I love this. I had to tell him once in the 9th round, don't get lazy in the 10th. Now you know you're coming off. And there's not a prayer that my lads are going out there in front of 4,000 people at the Motorpoint Arena and they're losing.
There'll probably be a lot more than 4,000 people, I've heard. Borderline 7.
Yeah, but Paul's a tactician, and he's a workhorse.
Seen it Paul by points or by knockout?
I think 3rd round stoppage. I love Tim.
You heard it here from Milky.
I just think that Paul has got too much volume, and his power's picking up now. His power is phenomenal now. Tim's strong and he's tough, but I just feel that Paul's work rate is gonna trouble him too much. What
about the other fighters you have? Obviously, Jack Mantell and Sam Godfrey. We know your opinions on that. There's no need to dabble on that a little bit more.
No, but I also want to add, Sam is a credible fighter. He's done his bit, but he's now
been around the circuit for some years now.
He's now going to have to make way for Jack Mantell. That's top and bottom line of it. This is business. It's
the fight game, mate. It's brutal.
It's show business, as Frank Bruno once said. It's show business. It is. It's not. We're not kissing and cuddling in this game. Yeah. Sam Godfrey, you're gonna get knocked out. That's it. Obviously, I'm training my lad to knock Godfrey out. Yeah.
You heard that?
He's gonna knock you out. Yeah. I'm not. We're not playing games. We're not playing games with Sam Godfrey.
He's an experienced operator. There's nothing taking that away from him.
I can't see. Me personally, I don't feel he carries power. I feel he moans a lot. But I believe you watch the fight, guys, and you hear it here first. He's gonna smother Jack. He's gonna smother his work. He's been doing sumo wrestling for his training. Yeah. What's he training for? To smother his work. Yeah. Grab and spoil. Yeah. That ain't gonna happen. I hope that we have a good referee on the night. I hope we have a phenomenal referee.
We want exciting fights. We don't want boring jabbers.
Toe-to-toe exchanges. We don't want no hug, kissing and cuddling, moaning. He's going to moan. He's going to rabbit punch on the back of the head. He's going to moan about everything. He did it with Vinnie Glover. Vinnie Glover beat him clean. Our reputation as a gym is on the line as well, and we don't want to go out there and embarrass anybody. We don't want to go out there as coaches. We don't want to prepare them to fail. We want to. If we have to push, we're pushing these guys to a point where they absolutely hate us. They absolutely hate us at the minute. I'm not here to be their friend. I'm here to win them titles. Jack's got 2 belts, the Midlands and the English. He'll have 3 belts September 29th.
I mean, I'm sure Sam Godfrey's got more than 1 belt. I'm sure he's got quite a few.
He's got different weight divisions, hasn't he? So he's held on to them.
Yeah.
I don't think they've been quite vacated and fought for. But Sam's the biggest test for Jack at the minute, only because of the psychological warfare that's going on. Obviously, I'm heating it up a bit, and I'm very vocal. Everybody knows I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered. But yeah, it's going to be that is going to be an absolute tear.
Well, thank you very much, Milky. That was Milky. Sam Varley here, reporting for the EBF 2017.